300 years ago, the world's first millionaires were born. Merchants who turned ships into empires, bankers who made kings their clients, and investors who built fortunes that still exist today. But here's what most people don't know. The rules they used to get rich haven't changed. Only the players have, because money may evolve, but human psychology doesn't. Today, I'm revealing the 3 ancient money secrets the rich still use today that quietly decides who gets wealthy and who doesn't. And hey, if you're new here, I'm Zain, the Psychologist of Money. Every week, I break down the psychology behind wealth and business success. So if you're tired of those fake gurus and want the truth, hit subscribe and let's get wealthy together. There's a reason the same families, companies, and billionaires seem to stay rich. No matter what happens to the economy, recessions, wars, crashes, they survive every cycle. Why? Because they follow one rule the rest of the world never learns. Most people are busy chasing money, working hard, earning more, and saving pennies. But the wealthy, they don't chase, they own the game. They understand that whoever controls the flow of money never has to worry about money ever again. A clue to this mindset came from the 1700s when a powerful banker once said, "Give me control of a nation's money and I care not who makes its laws." That quote wasn't arrogant, it was strategy. While others worked for wages, he built systems, banks that moved money, businesses that created value, and assets that paid him even when he slept. This is the law of control, the foundation of lasting wealth. Real power doesn't come from effort, it comes from ownership. While others focus on earning money, the rich focus on controlling it. They control the system that money flows through. Even today, look at Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Warren Buffett. They don't sell their time, they control assets that produce cash flow while they sleep. So what's the psychology behind it? It's called control creates leverage. But the problem is that our brain loves comfort, not control. That's why most people stay employees instead of owners. To become wealthy, you must fight your brain's desire for security and choose control over comfort. A few centuries ago, something strange happened. Overnight, ordinary factory owners became millionaires. Not because they worked harder, but because they discovered a tool that could multiply their effort hundredfolds. Before that moment, wealth was limited by muscle, by how much one person could do in a day. But when the Industrial Revolution began, one machine replaced 50 men, and suddenly, one person's decision could control an empire. That moment revealed a timeless truth, one that still separates the rich from poor today. 300 years later, the machines look different, but the principle hasn't changed. The wealthy use leverage, unseen multipliers that expand their impact without expanding their time. For example, money, turning capital into cash flow, or people hiring others to multiply their effort, technology, using automation, AI, and media to scale. This is the law of leverage, the second secret of lasting wealth. So what is the psychology behind this? Your brain is wired for linear effort. It believes work harder equals earn more, but the rich operate non-linearly. They design systems where work once equals earn forever. And here's a hidden cost. If you're not building leverage, you're being used as leverage for someone else's dreams. So in the early 1700s, thousands of investors poured their life savings into a company that promised to revolutionize the world. There were no products, no profits, not even a real plan. And yet, its stock prices exploded, making early insiders rich beyond imagination. That company was the South Sea Company, a masterclass not in business but in perception. It didn't sell reality, it sold belief. And centuries later, the same rule still decides who gets rich. Money doesn't chase value, it chases perceived value. It's why luxury brands can sell $1,000 shoes made for $40. It's why influencers make millions selling expertise. And it's why in today's world, attention has become the new currency. Because perception is leverage for the mind. It multiplies what something appears to be until people believe it is. This is the law of perception, the third secret of wealth. Humans don't buy logic, they buy stories. They don't invest in numbers, we invest in narratives. Those who master perception through marketing, storytelling, and influence don't wait for value to be recognized, they create it. And once you can shape how people see value, you can create wealth from thin air. Control, leverage, and perception. These are the 3 ancient laws, 3 timeless patterns from 17th century bankers to 21st century billionaires. They've all played the same psychological game, while the rest of the world argues who's lucky. The tools changed, the empires changed, but the mindset never did. Because real currency of wealth isn't money, it's psychology. So the next time someone rises from nothing, ask yourself, did they create more value or just a strong perception of it? Because in a world driven by stories, those who control perception control wealth. If you found this eye-opening, watch this video where I show you 3 skills to master before 2026. See you there.